Welcome to BrassCraft's How to Install a Compression Fitting video. Compression fittings are typically used with aluminum, copper, PEX, and other plastic tubing. These fittings are used in potable and non-potable water systems, instrumentation, hydraulic, and pneumatic systems. Do not use for gas connections of any kind. Compression fittings are available in a broad range of sizes and configurations: caps, plugs, unions, elbows, adapters, and T's, to name a few. Compression fittings require little to no tube preparation to install. For this installation, you will need a tube cutter, reamer, and 2 adjustable wrenches. First, make sure the tubing is cut square and free from any damage, including dings, dents, or gouges that may prevent the connection from sealing properly. Inspect the tube to make sure it's free of burrs, paint, putty, sealants, or other debris. Next, slide the nut, then compression sleeve onto the tube. Slide the compression fitting onto the tube until the tube bottoms out. A drop of lubricating oil or thread sealant will ease nut assembly. Thread the nut onto the fitting. Hand tighten. Make sure that the fitting remains seated and square to the tube. Using one wrench to stabilize the fitting, the other to tighten the nut, tighten 3/4 of a turn. Be careful not to over-tighten the connection, as it may damage the fitting and tubing. Attach the tubing to the other end of the fitting, then check for leaks. If a leak is present, tighten the appropriate nut. This installation is now complete. When installing a compression fitting on a PEX tube, be sure to use a brass sleeve and steel insert on 1/2-inch OD tube and larger. For PEX installations on 3/8-inch OD tube and smaller, use a plastic sleeve to install. No tube insert required. For other plastic tubing, use a brass insert instead of the steel used with PEX. When tightening a compression fitting on PEX tubing, 3/8-inch OD tube and smaller, hand tighten, then wrench tighten 1.5 to 2 turns.